Hey guys, welcome to Victory TV with Charlotte, and I'm your host. I'm super excited to be here with you guys another Sunday with another great guest. You could have been anywhere else, but you are here with us on today. So hopefully all is going well in your world. But again, this is Victory TV where we share great stories. This is the platform where your story matters. And we have individuals on the show that are authors, business owners, community leaders, people that is making an impact in the community. So if you know anyone that is actually making an impact in someone else's life or some form, some fashion that is really need to get the message out even more, hey, tell them about Victory TV, have them to reach out to me. They can email me or on any platform that you see me on social media, they can reach out. So again, I'm super excited to be with you. Not only just to be with you this evening, but I have a special guest. Her name is Sharmetra Aubrey Lewis, and she is a two-time author. She's a teacher and she's a community leader, I would say, because she's out in the community sharing information that can impact someone else's life. And that's what we're all about, right? So with that being said, without further ado, I'm going to bring her on. Hey, how are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Look, I'm not going to correct you. Look, but I am
You did.
three-time author. Just
Three-time
wanted to
author.
say yes, yes, ma'am. I'm so excited.
Okay, awesome. Three-time author. Okay, awesome, awesome. So I know we had you on the platform sharing self-development information with us, with women. I know you do that as well. So that was the first time you was on here, and now you have written a teen book, correct?
Well, it's a youth fiction for third and fourth grade readers. So my first one was a teen fiction, The Thrilling Chronicles of Mayfield. And if you don't mind, I
Okay,
want to kind of show
yes,
it.
please
I'll give you
do.
a walkthrough. Look, it's been a very long time since we've had a chance to speak. So let me just give you an update. So
Okay.
this is the very first one. It is a teen fiction, The Thrilling Chronicles of Mayfield, and that's for like middle school readers. And so my second one, Deliverance in the Midst of Pain, and that's a memoir of my life story. And I believe that's the one you and I spoke about
Mhm.
previously back in probably 2017, very long time. And so the newest one I'm super duper excited about, guys, is The Mysterious Snack Snatcher, and this is for third and fourth grade readers.
Okay. Okay, so I know you're a school teacher. So, what was the inspiration behind this fiction book?
My daughter don't like me telling this story, but I have to tell it with truth, right? So whenever that question comes up, I tell we were sitting around one time, and I was going through our pantry just to give you a quick run through. I was going through our pantry and I noticed some snacks were missing, particularly honey buns. I noticed some honey buns missing. I asked her, Tori, where's the snacks? Somebody's taking our snacks. Of course, she denies it. Not me. I don't know who else is taking. Mind me, she's the only child in the house, right? So
Okay.
one day I go in her room and just look around. I'm in there talking to her, and I look down. I notice some honey bun wrapper paper underneath her bed. The idea of the mysterious snack snatcher kind of evolved from my daughter being the mysterious snack snatcher, but the story kind of took off in a different direction.
Okay, awesome. How old is your daughter? How old was she at the time?
Ooh, she is 13 now, eighth grade, but I believe at the time this was about 2, 3 years ago. She may have been nine.
Okay.
Nine. Mhm.
Okay. Kind of sound like my life, but I'm not it's not sneaking. I just go get it, right?
Exactly. When I asked the question of adults, I'm like, who's ever encountered a mysterious snack snatcher? The adults was like, I'm guilty.
Yeah. They ain't gonna know. They're not gonna notice anything gone. If gonna do about it. But anyways, that's not we ain't here to talk about my story. We here to talk about yours. Okay, so you wrote the book. You have a workbook to go with it as well,
I
right?
do, yes. So the workbook I actually self-published, and I know you talk a lot about building your own business and platforms and things like that. So all three of my books are published by a traditional publishing company, but the workbook I take a lot of pride in it because I actually published myself. I self-published the workbook, and what I did was I just dove into the book itself and just digested every single chapter, everything I thought our kids would possibly need, whether it's grammar, vocabulary, reading comprehension, um, cause and effect, writing prompts,
Mhm.
every single thing that I see face to face as a teacher. I realized that why should they have to wait to be in the classroom to receive this?
Mhm.
And if I'm learning these skills as a teacher, why not use it applying it with my skills. And so that's what I did. I just dissected this entire book, and probably
Mhm.
moving forward, every book I write will most likely have a workbook with it.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I know the community is receiving it well, right? Especially for you being a teacher. So how has that been going for you?
It's going really, really well. A lot of my students, of course, are third and fourth graders that are reading this book, and I think it's great. I'm trying to reach out to a lot of teachers because the brilliance in this is that, let's say you're working on a particular skill in the classroom, and instead of focusing on that one skill, you can branch it off. You can place the students in groups, and they can focus on, while one group working on comprehension, another could be working on writing prompts, another could be working on vocabulary. So you're building all of those skills all at once, and so you can align it with the teach that we're working on as a teacher, and so the kids are not missing out. But while focusing on one skill, they're gaining so much more at one time, and so that's been a beautiful thing, just to kind of connect with the teachers and get them involved, and it's going pretty well.
Awesome. And it seemed like you're making it fun as well.
Yes. So I have this little platter. The fun thing, I have this little platter, and it's like some little small cookies. And so on the platter, I have one missing cookie. And so that's always my opening. Okay, there's a mysterious snack snatcher in this room, and there's one missing cookie. And it's just so beautiful to just have fun with what you love to do, and it just makes me want to continue to do it more.
Most definitely. I'm thankful that you are doing it because our kids really need it. Something that's engaging, something that's fun, and something
Mhm.
that's interactive as
Yes.
well. What are some of the challenges that you see in the grade level that you're teaching? What are some of the challenges that you see, and how are the kids are really benefiting from what you're doing?
Whew, some of the challenges, I keep it short. But honestly, there are just so many. And what inspired this book also, The Mysterious Snack Snatchers, because last year, 2020, was very devastating. We all have to revert to teaching from behind the screen, sort of like we're talking to each other now. And just keeping the students engaged and focused was the biggest thing. The students can split screen so they can be looking as if they're focused on you, but on YouTube at the same time. So just being able to get them up to par to where they need to be with those skills was very challenging. So just trying to keep them focused and engaged, I think, was the hardest part. But this book right here, just because I've made it so fun, and I noticed that the stories that we're reading in the classroom, let's be honest, a lot of them aren't that entertaining, right?
Okay. Okay.
So, you just have to give them something they can relate to, give them something that's entertaining, and give them a purpose for reading it. And so I think that's been a challenge, but it kind of helped me in my personal growth as well, just to
Awesome.
see it and deliver it, from a different
Yeah.
perspective.
What I heard in that was you saw a problem and you solved the problem. That's what I heard. I heard that you saw a need and hey, I'm here to
Mhm.
fulfill that. And you did that. And so will you be doing like a series or
Yes, look
that
at you
sounds like
already looking ahead. I'm so excited about that. So yes, this will be a series. I already see it in my mind. I'm already writing on the second part. And so this one will be a series as well as the Thriller Chronicles of Mayfield. And so both of those pieces will be a series because I don't want to just start and then not, branch them off and carry them on a journey. And so that's
Mhm,
the thing I'm looking forward to, just lead them on a journy.
mhm.
Lead
So
them.
what are your kids, the kids that you're teaching, what do they think about you being an author?
You know, between you and me, that's between us, it helps. It helps a lot.
Okay. Okay.
it really helps a lot because it's one thing to say, hey, this author wrote this book, you should read it. But to see in person, in flesh, my teacher is an author, that gives them something to look forward to because it a lot of times students don't have anything different to look for outside of like being a doctor, a lawyer, a basketball player. Not saying that those things are wrong because they're not, but it's just giving them a broader perspective on, hey, I never thought about this writing that I'm doing here in school can lead me into being an author someday. And just seeing someone who has done it, it motivates them. You'll be surprised how I don't have to work hard to make my kids write.
Mhm.
And that's really been challenging as a teacher, but when they see that I've done it and where it has led me to, I don't have to work hard to get them to write. They want to write. They ask me for more things to do to write. And it's just beautiful. So I think it's a bonus. It helps.
Well, you are a true inspiration. That is so inspiring, and I know they are looking at you as an example. And that goes on, So, what
Yes.
grade do you teach?
I teach third grade. Third grade English, reading and writing.
Okay, and that's going to be rememberable for them when they in fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so on. My sister wrote
Absolutely.
a book. I know Arthur. Just the attitude and the example that you can see, and like you said, they already want to write more. Who
Love
want
it.
to write? Who
Exactly, right. I
they
had this
want
first
work?
grader. I had this first grader because before third grade I taught first grade.
Mhm.
And so we have like a GT program in the school where the gifted and talented students have like separate projects to work on. And this one particular student was engaged with the opportunity to write a book, and it's basically she was just journaling and writing about her school year, and she went a step further and published it. So I said, I'm gonna bring her into my third grade and let her speak to my students. And at the end, what touched me? She was like, what motivated me to know that I can be an author was my teacher, Miss Lewis. And I'm like, oh, I
Wow.
could have done it. I'm just almost melted to pieces.
Wow, that's so awesome. See, making an impact, making a difference.
Yes,
Huge difference.
that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Okay, so I know you say you're working on the series and everything. So how can people get the books? I'm gonna say with the S, the books that you already have. So you guys that are tuning in or watching the replay, she is a three-time author and she has books available for everyone, right? And
Yes.
so especially for our youth, she has books available. So how can they reach you and to order to get a copy of one of your books?
Okay, so there's several different ways. If you are the type that's going to just reach the author directly, you can go to my website. It is long, but I'll say it slowly. It's bridginginspiredbelievers.com, and that's my business. Hopefully we'll get a chance to get into that. But believing inspired believers, and you'll be able to order the books directly from me. If you just want to go, if you're a shopper on Amazon, of course, those books are available on Amazon. Now, they are available in ebook as well. So if you're not a hand to hand paper type person, you can buy those on ebook as well. And Dorrance Publishing for the Mysterious Snack Snatcher, they will have both the paperback and ebook available for you. So Amazon, Dorrance Publishing, and Bridge and Inspired Believers.
Okay, awesome. You guys, you heard it. Make sure you go get you a copy. And I guess before we get out of here, we're going to talk about your business. I know you just said it, right? So let's give us everything. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So, Bridge and Inspired Believers, and just to give you a back of understanding of where they came from, my grandmother always say, and you've probably heard this before too, never forget about the bridge that brought you over. Have you ever heard that?
I have. Yeah.
And so my grandmother, she would always say that. And when I was a kid, I never knew what that meant. I'm like, what? The bridge bring me over? In other words, like, what bridge? And so as I got older, I realized, oh, I know what she means. You can't forget about the people who helped you along the way. And a lot of times we get to some point in our lives and we don't turn around and be that bridge for the next generation. So how
Hmm.
are we going to get over? And so we complain about, well, the way they're getting over, like the wrong influences that they're listening to, or social media, or all of that. But if we have to be that bridge to say, I'm not going to leave my kids behind, so what I know, I pass it along. And so, bridging inspired believers just kind of came from that, just knowing that I have to be a vessel, I have to be a bridge that bring other people, other students, other kids, other adults, whoever, whatever I know, you should be able to know it as well. And so, Bridging Inspired Believers, I do tutoring. I tutor K through 6,
Hmm.
any subject. I can do group tutoring as well as one-to-one tutoring. I offer writing workshops. I offer reading and writing workshops, as well as do resume building. So every skill that God has kind of blessed me with, I just put it under one umbrella, and it's just bridging the gap between our generations and inspiring everyone.
Amazing, amazing. I appreciate you. And for more people to, start writing and using their gifts, such as yourself, what would you say to a person who's have a book to bridge the gap for the youth or the younger generation? What would you tell them to so they can get started on their journey and write that book?
That is the number one question I receive all the time. How do you write a book? And for a while, I never knew that. No, we didn't. Everyone didn't have the understanding of how to write a book. But if you have a book, guys, in your mind and you're wondering how to get started, I would say stop right there with the thinking and get started. Just get started wherever you are. Don't wonder about what the process is going to look like, because the process is going to be beautiful. You just have to trust God. And so, whatever you have in your mind, stop with the thinking. Don't overthink it, because sometimes we overthink ourselves out of a blessing or a journey that's waiting for us. So, brainstorm what message you want to share, because don't worry about the title, don't worry about how many chapters. Think about your message, have your endpoint in mind, and go for it. And just know that if you believe in it, I guarantee you, everyone else who's listening to you, everyone else who picks up that book, they're going to receive that message that you're trying to push through to them. So, just number one thing, guys, do it. And just know that the whole journey is going to unfold in a beautiful way, to where you're going to be able to tell someone else how to do it. But the number one thing is you have to get started. So, just get started.
Just get started.
Yeah,
That's the
just
key,
get
you
started.
guys. That is the key. The key message, just get started if you want to write that book, share your story, and or be an inspiration, be an example. You don't know who life is going to be impacted from what
Yeah.
you do, from the action that you
Yeah.
took. So thank you for being a servant leader. Thank you for even coming on to Victory TV with Charlotte. I'm super excited to have you on.
You are welcome. Thank you for having me. And again, sorry for the 5 minute delay. It was a
Oh
huge
no.
error.
You are awesome. You are awesome. We that's the purpose of coming on early and working at the stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you. You guys go get her information that she has created, and that's all it is. It's information that she can share with you guys so that your teens can be impacted and so you can be impacted as well. And so let's get inspired. Thank you for sharing your victorious story with us. And next week, you guys, we will be back on here live with another young lady. I'm super excited and pumped up for more victory stories. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.